Hello everyone, and this is the video I have been wanting to make for so long, and it's finally here. What you're watching right now is the beginning of my first sub 20 run in Random Seed Glitches category, and already we've got some crazy things going on because, as you can see, I missed the flint and steel in the chest, which is kind of crazy, and then I dropped the flint that I did grab. I don't even know why I missed the flint and steel and didn't get it, because I literally hovered my mouse over it. So yeah, that was a little bit weird. And I was debating whether it would actually save me a lot of time, because if I had the flint and steel, I would have been able to instantly make a bucket and a flint and steel, and then enter really quickly, instead of having to make a pickaxe and mine for more iron, which I'm doing now in this cave. But actually, as it turns out, if I had gone for the bucket play, and then gone into the bastion, and what are the words? Gone into the bastion and tried to get iron ingots or nuggets from the chest, in order to make my iron pickaxe, I would actually have had to reset the run, because there was not enough iron in all of the chests in the entire bastion. There was not enough for me to be able to get an iron pick. So the slower play and the me missing the flint and steel kind of paid off, although it was still probably the incorrect play in this situation. And another thing I do is I go down to mine a couple more iron, because I want shears. But I really don't need to do that in this situation, because it's just a time loss, and I can just mine more wood. Another thing I should have done is made my pickaxe like right at the portal, so that I could mine the gold blocks and get a gold axe, which would have been a lot better of a play. But that's something that I completely wasn't thinking about at the time. But definitely I need to get better at, I guess, I don't know, ruined portal awareness. Something I'm going to get better at over the next few days or weeks, I guess. So I'm at about 2.5 minutes here, killing pigs and sheep for my food, because there was none in the ruined portal chest, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. What else can I talk about while this is going on? I guess, yeah, shears, not a good play. Should have gotten an axe. That was cool when I like lit the grass on fire and then punched the pig into the grass. That was completely unintentional, but it kind of worked out. Yeah, so I guess that's all I'm gonna say really for the overworld. I guess something to point out is that I'm overlapping cooking my iron with killing the sheep, and that's good. Yeah, I'm totally ruining myself in this commentary. But look, what else am I going to talk about? I'm probably going to find something to talk about, but then it'll be too late, because I have to talk about something else that's going on. So yeah, mining the wood, mining the leaves with the shears, and that's all that's going on. Like, what else am I supposed to say right now? I am not good at this commentaries things. I haven't done it in a while. It's not my fault, please. Okay, this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. As you can see, I have 2 stacks of leaves and over a stack of wood, which I do not need, because if I have leaves, I'm not going to need wood for blocks, and then I really don't need more than 30 planks for making beds in the future. So yeah. That was not a thing I needed to do either. Although it would have been good if I hadn't gotten the shears, which was the more correct play as we discussed. And now I'm getting the gold blocks. And I'm about to enter after I get my lava. And here we are. At a 5:14 enter, it's pretty standard for me to get around a mid-5 enter. And then I can see my bastion, and I can actually see two bastions. One on my right, and one on my left. The one on my left is a lot more open, as you can see, and I'm pretty sure I know at this point that it's a housing. And housing is a very fast and consistent bastion. So I decide to play that. It's also just closer in general. And yeah, it turns out that if I had gone to the other bastion, I still wouldn't have gotten enough nuggets for the iron pickaxe. Even if I combined both bastions. Nuggets. So as you can see, there are 8 in there, but there are like none for the whole other chests. All the other chests. So then I break the chest here to grab that loot, and then also to anger the piglins. I don't actually need to let that guy, I don't need to mine those blocks. And then I fail my block placement, but it's actually fine because as you can see I have 35 ingots already, which I got from the chest and also from the ruined portal. So that lost me a bit of time not chucking all of the gold in first, but it's not that huge. Yeah, I was saying I didn't need to mine those 2 blocks while I was running down, because you only need to do that if that's a triple. And since there was only a single chest on the left rampart, there were no pigs there. So, yeah, I didn't need to do that. Right now I'm setting up my pie chart, and I'm about to go and mine this, try and get this chest, but there are so many pigs there, and after trying a couple times I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go and pyrite first, because after a few seconds they end up losing the aggro. Another thing I do here is I don't try to pearl hang, because I know that my pigs are about to finish trading, and if I pearl hang, which would require me going all the way back up and then back down, it would just straight up lose me time. So I decide not to pearl hang, and just decide to organize my inventory and check trades and stuff before going up there, up to the top, and then just pearling. Something I really need to get better at is sorting my inventory while I'm moving to the fortress, or even while I'm just at the fortress, because all this whole process loses me quite a bit of time. As you can see, it's 8 minutes, and I started maybe 20 seconds ago, or 15 seconds ago. So yeah, it was like 7:50, and then I still have to pre-craft. And so it's been about 30 seconds at this point, and yeah. So then, I'm going up with my somewhat cleaned inventory. I've also got my soul speed, which is pretty cool, but it also kind of messes up your pearling, because like, you have a lot of FOV, so you can't really see exactly where you're pearling. So I end up seeing the fortress here. It's a really close fortress, but I get myself up on a gravel block so that I can have normal FOV. And my thought process when doing this pearl was to pearl onto the pillar, but unfortunately, as you can see, the pillar on the left in the lava, yeah, I just like undershot it a little. Actually, yeah, the pillar I was trying to aim for was behind me, but since I went a little bit to the right of where that pillar was, it didn't really work. Didn't really work out, so that lost me how many seconds? 15-20 seconds. I didn't go for those strays because there are a lot of wither skeletons, at least I think there were around that area. Maybe just further along they were. But yeah, I didn't go for those strays just because I really didn't want to risk dying or anything on this insane pace. And also, as you can see, I did throw out my crying obsidian, which was very not intentional. And then it was at this point that I was trying to blaze bed, but then I see the second spawner. Well, I hear the second spawner. And so then I just decided to blaze bed this spawner instead. Just because, you know, I'm here now, so may as well. So yeah, at this point, I'm like, dude, I'm on one of the fastest paces I've been on. Like, this might be the second or third fastest pace I've been on. I once had an 8:30 fortress. So yeah, this is nearly the fastest pace I've been on. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Basically, what's going through my mind right now is, I just want to play well, I don't want to die, and I want to get this run over with, because at this point, it was either today or the day before, where I had choked 2 sub-20s in a row, pretty much. One was, I died to... one was where I failed the zero... Wait, I don't know if I'm remembering correctly. One was where I failed the 0 cycle, and then I got an insta-perch, but it was diagonal, and then I like messed up all of my beds, and so I had to chase down the dragon with a bow. That lost me the first sub-20, and the second one was where I tried to go for 0 on a back tower when it was a really low pearl from me, and I was like, ah, I'll just push it anyway, which was a big mistake, and then the dragon ended up killing me. And they were both on like 17 or 18 XX paces. So yeah, that was bad. And before that happened, the seeds had just been really mean to me as well. Like, I had maybe a week or 2 long period where I was just not getting good seeds. Like, not getting good seeds. And even though it was only 2 weeks long, I managed to double my reset count, from like 28,000 to about 56,000. And the first 28,000 was the amount that I had been, the amount of resets that I had done in the past 5 months. So, yeah. Not great seeds. That took a pretty big mental toll. Fortunately, I did get a PB, but it was actually a 20-minute and 2-second PB, which was really devastating, but it was also good because it proved that I can lock in and get another sub-20. Well, I can get one sub-20. And then as I'm about to go back into this portal, you might have seen that I did leave one Eye of Ender. My thought process was that it's on top of a tree, so I can just kill another blaze, get another blaze rod. But unfortunately, the blazes didn't really do good for me, because I forgot about the fact that there is a chance that the blazes don't drop blaze rods, and I'm pretty sure I ended up having to kill 3 blazes, which is annoying. But since I didn't go for the correct play, which was to just spend 2 seconds grabbing that Eye of Ender from the tree, I decided to waste more time getting over there. So now I'm going to Quartz, which they're actually really short. It's actually really short distance. Something I should have done is make a gold pickaxe. I still had maybe 1 gold block, but yeah, I just decided not to make a gold pickaxe, which was definitely a bad decision, because I could have been at the Quartz right now, but instead I had to be here now. So, now I'm building my portal. It was, I think, like a 0.7 or something angle change, so I'm not trying to dig down an I Spy, which was I was very smart in doing that, because I was actually about 8 chunks off the spawner, off the stronghold I mean. As you can see, I'm going over here, and then I throw a really bad pearl, and I land on the side of the mountain. Nearly die from that. I don't actually know if I would have died from that, but it probably would have been really close. And then I do a really bad eye measurement, but it's also partly because of the terrain with the mountains and stuff. I think I have to throw like 3 more eyes. So I throw it on what I think is the corner, but I don't believe it actually is the corner. And then I go over here, and it brings me back to this chunk. And then I'm very confused because it didn't go down, but it's fine because, like, I thought I threw it on the edge, but it still went forward and not down. But, yep, so I'm just, I know that this is the only possible chunk it could be, so I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And, yeah, so now I'm digging down, and now I make my gold pickaxe, as you can see, because I am at Y77, 77, whatever. And, yeah. I've probably missed so much, like, I probably had a couple more things to talk about during the process of this run, but I don't know. Setting up my pie chart for preemptive. Oh my god, this nav, I think, is really beautiful. Like, it's not even hard nav. Like, it's not actually, like, I get a really good spike, I'm pretty sure, like, right here. Wait, do I? Or am I just being stupid? No. I actually don't get a good spike because I get like a spawner without chest spike. Don't know what it's called, but it's like the one with the lowest spike, so I get really confused. Maybe this nav isn't beautiful. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I probably am. Maybe I'm thinking of my 2002 nav. That one was really good. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going along this. That's a library. So I have to backtrack. As you can see, there was a creeper there, and there's also a creeper here, but I don't block it off in time, so I nearly die. I do this really cool movement with the silverfish so that I don't have to waste time killing it. A bunch more as well, and then I run straight into the stronghold. And since I'm all pre-crafted, I don't have to do anything, and I'm also not going for 0. I've made that mistake. I've really tried to get better at not wasting time in the portal room, either crafting or sorting out my inventory, because if I'm not going for 0, it's really pointless for me to organize my inventory. So anyway, I'm in the end now, and it was like a 16 something enter, which is my best pace. Setting up the obsidian, I actually set it up on the wrong side. You're supposed to set it up on the opposite side to which you run, but I don't think it matters huge much. Yeah. Man. I have to be like a lot faster in speaking than I have before because, well, this is obviously my fastest pace, and it's not extremely fast, but definitely faster than I am used to. Oh wait. I just realized that's pointless because I did my ranked commentary. Anyway, beautiful Pearl Inn, and I'll let you enjoy the 1 cycle. Yes! Oh my god! Let's go! Oh my god.